I hop off my little ship and use Red Dead Redemption's Deadeye feature to kill a few bounty hunters that were waiting for me. This fish says he'll fix and maintain my ship, so I hire him. He proceeds to just stand there looking at my hull, not doing anything on Smoko. This is why you never hire illegal aliens. I jump on my speeder bike and race towards the city. My favourite Star Wars memory was when this girl said she was going to gargle on my lightsaber like she was Chewbacca. No, that never happened, but I did hug Chewbacca the other day at Disneyland. There he is. One of the nicest hugs I've had in my entire life. He was so big, soft and friendly. On my way to the city, I pull over to pat some wildlife. I really roll the dice on this big guy not being a carnivore, but I guess it just goes to show that humans and animals aren't so different. I'm going to call this majestic beast Tony. I guess graphically slaughtering animals isn't very Disney. Well, Bambi was pretty sad, I guess. I just tried to Google a list of Disney deaths, but instead of showing me the deaths in Disney movies, it showed me a list of real people who died at Disneyland. And there was a lot. People die on the rides. A lot of people die in the car park, which has to be one of the lamest Disney deaths you could have. You'd be hoping to get decapitated by the Indiana Jones adventure coaster, not reversed into by a Hyundai. I reach the city of large floating rock and make my way to the entrance. I hop off my speeder bike and say hello to R2-D2's biracial cousin. I explore the area and find this guy cheering on an intergalactic sports game. He's really excited. Except he's not actually watching a sports game, he's just reading the food menu. I think he's an employee here too. Bro's just really enthusiastic about the pricing structure, I guess. I wish I'd hired this lad to maintain my ship. He's not even wearing welding goggles, he just holds his forearm in front of his face and blocks the sparks with his wrist. BDE. I head upstairs towards TSA. As I approach the security checkpoint, my character puts her hands in her pockets all sus-like. She looked sweet and innocent before, and now she looks like a suspect drug mule. Looks like a little kid who just got caught drawing on the wall. Very guilty energy. I attempt to get in and they check my papers. No random search, which is not surprising as I don't have a big black bushy beard. My mate in real life is half Middle Eastern, and literally every time we go on a trip together, he gets randomly searched, which is crazy because he's usually not even planning to hijack the plane. Inside the city, stormtroopers are flexing their muscles by bullying citizens. This guy is cleaning a wall with seemingly a great attitude. It appears that everyone's happy to contribute to society and work hard, except for the fish I hired. I see some locals gambling, so I decide to jump in for a cheeky slap. It quickly becomes apparent that I'm too broke to play. It's time to do what all young, strong, independent women do to get rich quickly. Start an intergalactic, cross-species OnlyFans, get a job. But instead, I go over to this dessert bar and order some Obi-Wan cannolis. That's a stretch. I decide to test the patience of a stormtrooper, and first I get a verbal warning.
You're trespassing on Imperial property. I'll curb stomp you, big girl.
I continue being a nuisance, and then the trooper kicks me in the ovaries. He then points his gun at me, and then I get arrested. Wow, this is intense. Call me George Droid. I make my way over to the largest bar in the city to meet criminal underworld boss Gorak. I ask the bartender if she can buzz me up to his office, but she says not without an invitation. How on earth will I get up to Gorak's office? Well, that's simple, I'll just climb through an air vent. I'm like, well, hey cutie, and Gorak's like, get the f*** out of my personal space, and I'm thrown outside. Not great, but at least my silly little pet stole Gorak's ring. Silver lining, although not everyone thinks it was such a great idea.
Stealing from a Pike underboss.
Wazowski, you didn't file your paperwork last night.
My mission is to break into Gorak's base to prove that I'm a good business associate. I can't fault the energy levels, but I'm not quite seeing how this plan connects. Typically, mob bosses hate it when you infiltrate their compounds, but we move. How will we get inside? Well, that's simple, I'll just climb through an air vent. I sneak through the area, climbing up lots of walls and running through lots of tunnels. Fun fact, this is what it's like to have sex with Mardo's mum. No, Mardo's mum is an angel, that wasn't cool. As I emerge from the shadows, the camera pans out to display an impressive, lovingly crafted stealth section that will require a high degree of concentration and astute decision making to remain unnoticed. Naturally, I find the biggest gun I can and just start blasting. I recorded this footage in LA at a Ubisoft event and I had a supervisor behind me. To set the scene, I'm very thirsty. So my supervisor taps me on the shoulder and whispers, "Yo, nice fit, bro." No, he didn't actually compliment my clothing, but that would have been really nice. God forbid a dude platonically compliments another dude. He did tap me on the shoulder and offer to reset the mission because I'd failed to do it properly. I told him, "No thanks, mate. Could I have a few bottles of water, please?" I don't think he liked me much after that, as it wasn't really in his job description to bring me drinks. Speaking of drinks, on my sneaky little journey, I find some tea. The homies are planning a mutiny against Gorak, and I've just caught them in 4K. Or more than 4K, it's a hologram. With this information, I'll surely be able to weasel my way into Gorak's good graces. I run past the Whomping Willow from Harry Potter. Imagine if you put one of those branches up your ass. I graciously leap but misjudge the distance and fall to my death. Wow. I head back through security and then spot some lads running together and I figure I'll join them. They're running with purpose, but these pikes are wearing boots which do not offer adequate ankle and knee support. Have fun spending every Wednesday afternoon in physiotherapy, you cardiovascular conscious subspecies of sentient humanoids. I reach the hideout, but however will I get inside? Well, that's simple, I'll just climb through an air vent. I say, "What up, young blood, your boys are trying to backstab you." Gorak thanks me for the tip-off, and just like that, we've made a friend. Our reputation with the Pykes has improved, but more importantly, I now have enough money to gamble. I like to think I'm an open-minded person, but I will not play cards with a fish. I decide that instead of playing him myself, I'll loan this degenerate gambling addict 50 racks so he can get himself out of debt. He says to meet him back here in a while to get my half of the winnings. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. As I'm leaving the Citadel, some guy offers me a job. He works for Jabba the Hutt. I love Jabba the Hutt, he's my favourite character. I also thought he played a great Jesus Christ in the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. Gorak and his Pyke army have been muscling in on Jabba's exotic animal smuggling business, and it's up to us to fix the issue. I ride out on my speeder bike, ready to impress the big slug. On my way out, I stop at a cute little outback house where a daughter and mother are in a heavy-hearted discussion. The daughter wants to join the Imperial military, and naturally the mother is concerned. They ask me to make the decision for them. Seems like more of a sensitive family issue that you discuss over several days. I'm not even a Jedi. I just gave my nest egg to some lad with a gambling addiction. You probably shouldn't balance the scales of such a massive life decision based on a stranger's opinion.
The Empire's dangerous, but they're not going anywhere. Might as well keep doing what you want.
If you can't gaslight a few mothers into shipping their children off to war, then you're a communist sympathizer. I don't know what I'm more mad about, the fact McDonald's stopped serving all-day breakfast or that they abolished conscription. I climb up a wall and then go and meet Jabba the Hutt's contact, and they are smoking hot. A hard 10. Probably the most attractive specimen I've seen in a minute. Well, if you're into Celestan twinks. I get briefed and make my way down the mountain, ready to infiltrate the animal enclosure. We're taking a huge risk here as we're backstabbing Gorak to side with Jabba the Hutt. It's okay though, because these rare animals must be saved. Except they're not rare animals. These are the same big girls I was patting earlier that roam around in large herds all around this planet. They aren't exotic. On Earth, this would be like smuggling dairy cows. Jabba's taking the absolute piss with this mission. I give the patrolling guard that huak tur and then continue. I'm a professional, so I power forward and make my way to the operations building. I creep around trying to remain unseen, looking for a sneaky access point. I decide to throw a grenade at one of the guards. I subtly lob the explosive towards Lord Farquaad, except it wasn't subtle and I stand up for a while and get noticed. Not professional. All of a sudden, I'm here shooting everything in a stealth mission again. It is embarrassing, I'll be honest. I'm widely considered the best Hitman player in the world. I'm also arguably the best GTA 5 speedrunner in the universe. Just ask Dark Viper AU for reference. So the fact I fumbled yet another stealth mission does irreversible damage to my reputation. I find the information Jabba was after. The Celestan hottie then walks in, and naturally I undress him with my eyes. He suggests I should double cross the big juicy slug and give him the information instead. I'm like, yeah nah, fuck you mate, and I blast the gorgeous alien multiple times. And killing that guy unlocks me a new weapon holster. My old one's brown, this new one is slightly darker brown. Now that my outfit finally matches, I plant a bomb. I guess we are blowing this place up in the name of King Jabba. We only have seconds to escape, which seems like bad organisation as it was our bomb. We could have set a longer fuse time or a remote detonator. How the hell are we going to escape this prison in time? Well, that's simple, I'll just climb through an air vent. The bomb goes off and we escape just in time. Probably half a second later and we'd have no legs, but at least then we'd be able to park our speeder bike in the handicapped spots. My girlfriend's sister is disabled, and when I drive her around to get the groceries, I get to park in the handicapped spots. It's a little slice of heaven. Those people don't know how lucky they are. I escape swiftly and our mission is a huge success. On the ride over to my contact, I pass a herd of these bloody basic bitch creatures. These things are pretty much a pest at this point. I would cull them, but Disney isn't a fan of innocent creatures being murdered. I wish they'd had that same energy for Nemo's mum. I arrive at a small town, it's time to collect my reward. I give him a quick rundown of how the mission went, and then I get something I've always craved. Approval from Big Juicy Jabba the Hutt.
I like you, Kvass. The Hutts will be pleased.
Well, not quite from him directly, but when you have daddy issues, you take what you can get. I mean, thanks for watching. Check out my other YouTube channel, Papa Pelly, for more tasteful Christian gaming moments. I start a dating profile. Rich cop looking for sugar baby. Actually, no, I need money. Poor cop looking for sugar mama. Halo Rose, damn. I'm just gonna heart everyone. I'm on Tinder, bro.
Straight up.
I'm just hearting every. Oh, whoa, that was a misfire.
Oh shit, who did you misfire on, bruv?
I don't know, man. I don't think she was a woman. Have an amazing week, my Padawans. I love you.